Good afternoon. Is it on? There we go. Good afternoon, everyone. Please have a seat. I'm Michael Hartline, Dean of the College of Business, and it is my pleasure to welcome our graduates, their families, and friends to the Spring 2017 Master's Hooding Ceremony. To our online students, those from across the country who took their classes entirely online, a very special welcome. We're proud that you chose to pursue your graduate degree at Florida State, and we're thrilled to have you here today. This is an exciting time for all of us at the College of Business, and I'm sure for all of you gathered here to celebrate the hard work and achievements of our master's graduates. Family and friends, thank you for your support, patience, and encouragement of our students. Graduates, you have earned our sincere admiration for all you have accomplished. As all of you can attest, our graduate programs are rigorous and challenging, but you came through, prepared and confident to take your places as leaders in an increasingly complex global marketplace. We are very proud of you and know you will represent Florida State University with great intelligence and honor throughout your careers. Congratulations. Please stay involved with the College of Business and Florida State. You are excellent role models for our future students, and we look forward to seeing you back here to share your experiences and insights as speakers and mentors. Now it is my real pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Ossie Phero. Dr. Phero is President-elect of the Academy of Marketing Science and is the James T. Purcell Senior Eminent Scholar in Ethics and Director of the Center for Ethical Organizational Cultures at the Harbor College of Business at Auburn University. Dr. Phero's impressive career in academia has included previous positions as Distinguished Professor of Leadership and Business Ethics at the Jack C. Massey College of Business at Belmont University and University Distinguished Professor and Creative Enterprise Scholar at the University of New Mexico's Anderson School of Management. Dr. Phero holds a PhD in marketing from Louisiana State University and an MBA and BA in sociology from Florida State. He is Vice President of Publications for the Academy of Marketing Science. Dr. Phero serves as a board member of the Center for Public Trust at the National Association of State Boards of Accountancy and is also an advisory board member of Savant Learning. He serves on the Academic Advisory Council for the Direct Selling Education Foundation. Dr. Phero is co-author of several leading textbooks in the areas of business ethics, marketing, marketing strategy, business and society, and introduction to business. He has published numerous articles in premier journals such as the Journal of Marketing, the Journal of Marketing Research, the Journal of the Academy of Marketing Science, the Journal of Business Ethics, the Journal of Public Policy and Marketing, and the Journal of Business Research, as well as many others. He writes weekly business ethics summaries and reviews for the Wall Street Journal with a subscriber list of over 6,000 individuals. Dr. Phero has served as an expert witness in some very high-profile ethics, legal, and marketing cases. Dr. Phero and his wife, Linda, Dr. Linda Phero, who's with us today, thank you for being here, are longtime personal friends of mine, and it is a real treat to have them here today. Ossie, we're very eager to hear from you. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Ossie Phero.
It's great to be back. 50 years ago, I received my MBA from FSU. Almost exactly 50 years ago. And first thing I want to do is congratulate everyone and their families, because getting through a program like this is a sacrifice not only for the students involved, but for the families out there who had to make some sacrifices. So thank you. Now, I know that you'd like to see me move on pretty fast here because everybody would like to get hooded and maybe there are parties and things happening afterwards. But just a few little remarks that I think might be helpful to you in the long run. First of all, I think everyone knows about the statue of Osceola and what it stands for. But just to remind you, it stands for pride, joy, and happiness. And that's what you should be feeling right now. In your graduation, the degree you got, and the experiences you've had. But Osceola also stands for being a rebel, a fighter, and finally, the unconquered. And that's what you should be. because that's how you're going to be successful in life. A lot of my success was from not doing what everyone told me I ought to do. Sometimes you have to be innovative. Sometimes you have to look at opportunities. I have a side story on Osceola. I was an undergraduate in 1962 when a fraternity brother named Randy Kaiser brought an Appaloosa horse, rode bareback down the sidelines of an FSU football game. Believe it or not. This was many years before Bill Durham, who in 1962 got the idea of the symbol Osceola, and of course the whole idea of the unconquered kind of evolved out of that, although I actually in 1962 saw a beginning part of that. And again, didn't get onto the football field, just brought it in, but I think many people got ideas from that. I'll tell you a couple of other things that happened to me while I was here that I remember. One of the big deals was the 1964, the first time Florida State beat the University of Florida in football. I was there. I had a class, I did my undergraduate in sociology, but I minored in business. But I had a class with a person by the name of Jim Morrison, who went on to found the Doors. And the class I had with him was collective behavior. And we studied crowds, riots, mobs, and he went on to be arrested for inciting a riot. Okay, a little bit more serious. Florida State University has some core values, and I'd like to talk about the first one. And it's the first one on the list, integrity. Well, I do a lot of studying in the area of business ethics, so I think I know a little bit about what integrity is about. But sometimes people just say, oh, honesty, fairness, doing the right thing. But you know what integrity really means? It also means completeness in everything you do. That means the quality of your work, how you relate to people, how you live your life. That's what integrity is all about. It's not just an ethical word, it's a complete, holistic word to explain how you show up. And I think I learned a lot about integrity when I was an MBA student here that I've been able to carry on. I'll give you another personal example. I wasn't always the best student, by the way. And it was near Christmas and I was finishing up one of my MBA classes, and believe it or not, I didn't spend as much time as I should on a research paper. I think I did it in a couple of hours. And I handed it in to Dr. Baker. And he saw me walking down the hall, and he called me aside. And he said, I'm going to give you an incomplete in the course because you can do much better than this. And he gave me an incomplete in the course. And over Christmas, I worked on that paper. And I think it changed my life, because I recognize you've got to do things right. You've got to have integrity in what you do. And Dr. Baker never guessed that I would go on to write a principles of marketing book that sold over 2 million copies, a business ethics textbook that sold over 1 million copies. But without people like Dr. Baker, I would have never made it. I would have never seen the light. Now about you. What can you do for FSU? Think about that. Well, the very first thing is join the FSU community. And that's also one of the core values for Florida State, is community. And your money is important, but that's not the most important thing. The most important thing, are you going to stay involved? Are you going to come back and speak to a class? Are you going to ride for the brand? Are you going to join an alumni association? Are you going to attend events where you can be with other alumni that you can do something supportive for FSU? And the idea of staying connected, often you think about raising money and fund giving and those types of things. That comes down the line. I mean, that will happen and you will have opportunities to participate at that level. But I think the very first thing is just get involved. It's very important. And let me assure you, I would not be standing here if I hadn't been sitting out there. Thank you.
Now I have the privilege of introducing our student speaker, Ashley Beckman. Ashley earned an MBA this term, having completed her Bachelor of Science in Finance here at FSU last year. Ashley's academic accomplishments led her to be awarded the Helen Craig Wardlaw Graduate Fellowship for 2016-2017. During her time in the MBA program, she served as a graduate teaching assistant in finance, assisting students in the undergraduate program with test review and providing research support for various finance faculty members. She also was a member of the FSU MBA case competition last year. Ashley is dedicated to civil rights and social action, as evidenced by her past volunteer work with Hands on Orlando and Safe House of Seminole. Continuing this commitment to service, she served as the president of the MBA Student Association during her time in the program. After graduation, Ashley will begin her career in corporate finance as an associate in the Financial Leadership Development Program at CSX in Jacksonville. Please join me in welcoming Ashley Beckman to the podium.
Thank you for the introduction. Good afternoon. It is an honor to represent the class of 2017 master degree graduates of the College of Business here at FSU. I would like to take a moment to say thank you to a few important people. To the administration who helped develop our rigorous and fantastic programs, especially for fitting the curriculum into 1 year. To our phenomenal professors who have educated us, inspired us, and sometimes stressed us out with overlapping due dates. To friends and family who have encouraged and supported us, both emotionally and at times financially. And to the class of 2017 for sticking together through a long and memorable year. Congratulate yourselves for one of the biggest milestones you have received at this point in your careers. Wearing these robes should give you much pride. Most of the time when you're wearing a robe at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's because you're recovering from a long night at the bar. And the hoods almost feel like a superhero cape, although, let's be honest, most of us weren't really sure how to put them on. The day many of us have been awaiting is finally here, graduation. There are 6 different programs represented in this ceremony today, all pursuing different paths after leaving this beautiful campus. Some of us may be the next CEO of a large corporation. Some may end up as an investment banker who dominates Wall Street. And one of you could be the accountant who keeps me from losing my mind during tax season. You could work for the government monitoring all of my online communications, lead the marketing campaign for Budweiser in the next Super Bowl, or save my life and my paycheck through a meticulous insurance claim. There are some of us who will be returning home to a foreign country to pursue a dream, or others who will continue on to their next assignment in the military. A big thank you to those who are currently serving our country. I would also like to commend the mothers and fathers who are graduating today. Going back to school is no easy task, particularly with a family at home. My own parents couldn't be here today because my mother is walking in her very own graduation ceremony as we speak for nursing school, so I know you'll be watching this later, Mom. Congratulations! Well, we are very different. We come together at this moment in time to celebrate a common achievement. Some of us may have been the student who arrives to class 30 minutes early, probably to find a parking spot. Or we may be the student who runs into class 5 minutes late, just hoping that we didn't miss the pop quiz. We may have been the student who finished an assignment a week ahead of time. Or we could be the student who is clicking submit at 11:57 p.m. on the night of the deadline. We have had days where we are engrossed in conversation during class discussion, and then the days where even 3 cups of coffee just won't help us stay focused. Regardless of how we got here along the way, it was hard work, dedication, and passion that helped us achieve this goal. Now, some of you may be curious, why did we set this goal? Why do we spend thousands of dollars, both in tuition and in daily coffee runs, to obtain a master's degree in business? A simple answer might be hefty salaries or a stepping stone to a particular occupation we hope to end up in. To some, it might not really be worth it at all if you can finally win it all at the casino or make it in the PGA Tour. However, this is probably a good plan B for those of you banking on those options. For many, we set this goal to pursue a dream of happiness. In my particular situation, it's ultimately to be able to provide a home full of puppies. For others, it may be to provide for a family, travel the world, or retire early on the beach somewhere. Quoting Albus Dumbledore, in our dreams we enter a world entirely of our own. Despite what your goals and dreams might be, remember to enjoy yourself along the way. At the end of the day, when you're sipping your margarita on the beach, you'll realize that the journey to this point is what made achieving your dreams that much sweeter. So, what is the best way to reach these goals and dreams? Remembering to believe in yourself. On the day of MBA orientation, I was extremely afraid of failure. I assumed that I would be on my own, or that others might look down on me for being young. I've never been so happy to be wrong in my entire life. My fellow classmates bonded with me immediately, and together we somehow survived the program, particularly accounting. I knew right away that we could do anything we set our minds to, because we were in this together. My experience in the MBA program over the past year has been some of the best times of my life, most of which is attributable to the MBA class of 2017. However, there is one person who has impacted not only myself, but many graduates alongside of me, regardless of the program they reside in. Dr. William Christensen is a wonderful director of the MBA program, but an even greater professor and mentor. Through teaching us how to interpret global economic data to stimulating controversial debates, he has impacted many here today. Thank you for your part in our journey, Dr. Christensen. As you become the next CEO, entrepreneur, or innovator down the road, be humble and remember that those underneath you will be in the same position that you are in right now. As you move on to the next phase of your life, remember your classmates and the good times that you had throughout the year. Many of us have made friendships that we will always cherish. Katie and Shay, I love you guys. And finally, remember FSU and the impact it has made on your life and your career. Always bleed garnet and have a heart of gold, and go Knowles. Congratulations, class of 2017. We made it.
Ashley, I'm going to call you back up here. Thank you. If you would stay a minute, I want to ask Christina Key to come to the podium as well. We'd like to show our appreciation to the presidents of the student associations for the Master of Business Administration and Master of Science and Finance programs. Student associations for our graduate programs provide opportunities for participants to network with their peers in the field, develop important leadership skills to prepare them for future success, and provide connections with alumni in their programs who can serve as mentors. These organizations represent the College of Business at the FSU Congress of Graduate Students, serving as the voice for our students in the university-wide leadership group. Ashley has served as the president of the MBA Student Association for this graduating class. This year, the MBA Student Association has fostered lasting connections between student members and their professors, fellow College of Business graduate students, and MBA students at peer universities by sponsoring networking events such as tailgates, intramural sports groups, and student socials and mixers. In addition, the MBA Student Association has been a strong ambassador for the MBA program by participating in fundraising events such as Light the Night and interstate business case competitions. Ashley, to thank you for your service as president for 2016-2017, we'd like to present a plaque to you in recognition of your hard work and dedication. You're welcome. Christina has served as president of the Student Association for the Master of Science and Finance program this year. Under her leadership, the MSF Student Association organized a series of social events that encourage interaction between students, faculty, and alumni. She also led the organization's efforts in fundraising and activities that promoted professional development for her fellow classmates. Christina, thank you for your service this year. The FSU Veterans Center is leading the way to achieve one of our major goals to help Florida State University create an engaged and successful community of student veterans. In support of our nation and our service members past, present, and future, Florida State is working to become the most veteran-empowering university in the nation. Today, we'd like to recognize our graduating veterans and active duty military to honor their dedication to service to their country and their graduation from Florida State. We have 5 students in attendance with whom the FSU Military Honor Cords have been presented. Reed Serkan, Michael Abernathy, Edward Gregory, Alan Chartier, and Freddie Hendrickson. Would you please stand? Thank you. All of our graduating veterans in attendance this term have completed their Master in Business Administration, and all but Alan completed their degrees through our online programs. Please accept our deepest respect and gratitude for your service. Are you ready? Let's do this. One thing that separates the master's degree celebration from the ceremony for the bachelor's degree is the donning of regalia hoods, and we now proceed with our hooding ceremony. I would like to introduce the State Farm Insurance Company's Professor in Risk Management and Insurance and Associate Dean for Academic Affairs and Research, Dr. Kathleen McCullough.
Good afternoon. When each student comes up for the adornment of his or her hood, I will read that graduate's name and hometown. We will be hooding our graduates by degree program. Will Holly Sedano please come forward to hood our Masters of Accounting graduates? Bianca Almero, Key West, Florida. Chenling Huan, Shanghai, China. Timothy Icardi, Orlando, Florida. Will Dr. Steve Perfect please come forward to hood our Masters of Finance graduates? Parker Blake, Jupiter, Florida. Tanner Bombick, Coral Springs, Florida. Joshua Brown, Tallahassee, Florida. Nick Brumara, Orlando, Florida. Robin Chaub, Tallahassee, Florida. Emily Christian, Key Largo, Florida. Thomas Diontuabus, Sanford, Florida. Angela Eade, Cape Coral, Florida. Sorry. Ella Eckcock, St. Lucia, Florida. Holland Harrell, Tallahassee, Florida. Johnny Heiss, Tampa, Florida. Danielle Hermie, Wellington, Florida. Fabrice Jean-Louis, Orlando, Florida. Timothy Kale, Tallahassee, Florida. Christina Key, Oviedo, Florida. Katrina Lottie, Destin, Florida. Audrey Letma, Tampa, Florida. Priyaka Mathur, Jupiter, India. David Moe, Milton, Florida. Grant Morris, St. Louis, Missouri. Katie Morrissey, Jacksonville, Florida. Julia Nitch, Gainesville, Florida. Mitchell Patterson, Palm City, Florida. Logan Rand, Ormond Beach, Florida. Claudio Rizzi, Italy. Gleb Rudenko, Huntsville, Alabama. Vincent Sacarino, Tampa, Florida. Caitlin Watson, Boynton Beach, Florida. Alexander Welch, Orlando, Florida. Jinchen Shen, China. Will Dr. William Christensen please come forward to hood our Masters of Business Administration graduates? Michael Abernathy, Hutchinson, Kansas. Anthony Alex, Wayne, New Jersey. Sean Byer, Cocoa Beach, Florida. Ashley Beckham, Lake City, Florida. Summer Kellenberg, Palm Beach, Florida. Alan Chartier, Leominster, Massachusetts. Kirsten Crawley, Panama City, Florida. Elizabeth Sherinsky, Key West, Florida. Caton DeRoche, Mariana, Florida. Brandon Earl, Palm Coast, Florida. Sean Goldstein, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Kristen Griffith, Palm Beach, Florida. Freddie Hendrickson, Cape Coral, Florida. Sheila Josil, West Palm Beach, Florida. Marcelo Coabada, São Paulo, Brazil. Anastasia Crower, Tallahassee, Florida. Robert Lehman, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Leishun Li, China. Nisha Nair, Tallahassee, Florida. Robert Nappy, Mousepeth, New York. Amy Price, Bainbridge, Georgia. Nicole Selkov, Jacksonville, Florida. Shay Solier, Safety Harbor, Florida. Cole Stade, Miami, Florida. Reed Sircon, Cold Lake, Alberta, Canada. Rayshans Thompson, Lakeland, Florida. Elizabeth Turner, Okeechobee, Florida. Stefan Vojanovich, Jacksonville, Florida. Bretton Williams, Pembroke Pines, Florida. Joseph Wolf, Tampa, Florida. Wade Wright, Land O'Lakes, Florida. Will Dr. Charlie Hofacker please come forward to hood our Masters of Science in Marketing graduates? Yu Chen, Shanghai, China. Yo Lu, China. Shikan Pan, Laoling, China. Dan Kuo, Shanghai, China. Yuan Wang, Gansu. Bixi Singh, China. Will Dr. Cassandra Cole come forward to hood our Masters of Science in Risk Management and Insurance graduates? Catherine Dinginger, Cincinnati, Ohio. Melody Dixon, St. Augustine, Florida. Jacob Holhouse, St. Pete Beach, Florida. Christopher Iannelli, Cincinnati, Ohio. Robin Joins, Memphis, Tennessee. Brian McLeod, Jack, Alabama. Kathy Mollett, St. Louis, Missouri. Lydia Phillips, Nashville, Tennessee. Dominique Reed, Live Oak, Florida. Elizabeth Smith, Tampa, Florida. Daniel Zavada, Fort Myers, Florida.
Members of the audience, I proudly introduce to you our newest members of the Florida State Seminole family, the master's graduating class of the College of Business at Florida State University for spring 2017. In closing, we'd like to recognize the family and friends of our graduates. We know from experience that you've gone through this program alongside our graduates, making sacrifices of time, attention, and certainly money. Would all the family and friends of our master's graduates please stand? Graduates, this is your opportunity to thank them for their support. Thank you. You may be seated. The faculty and staff of the College of Business care very deeply about our programs and our students and devote much of their lives to making a difference, one person at a time. I would like all of our faculty and staff who are here today to please stand. Graduates, this is your chance to thank them. We have staff. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us this afternoon. We will close with a recessional of our spring master's graduates for 2017. For students not attending commencement ceremony, please return your cap and gown in the lobby. If you are attending the commencement ceremony, I look forward to shaking your hand tomorrow at 2 p.m. We now conclude with the recessional of our faculty and graduates. Thank you all for coming.
Make a now, Brad?